Alright guys, so today we're working on my 96 Grand Cherokee, or a ZJ. If you guys are Jeep guys, you know what that is. It's got the inline 6, and it has a crappy coiler intake that makes no power because it sucks in hot air, but it sounds awesome. I made that with just an exhaust piece and a cone filter, so it sounds awesome and it sucks in hot air. But it's got 219,000 miles on it, and the exhaust manifold just broke. Something very common in these, so we're going to put some race car parts on it. So it's a Blackhorse header. It's a 3 into 2 into 1, so it should be good race car stuff. It comes with the gasket, the flange gasket, and also the bolts for the flange. But I went ahead and ordered a Dorman kit, and it comes with all new bolts because it does have 219K on it. I have no idea what shape stuff's going to be in, so I just want to have it so we can get it back together and not have issues. It was like 10 bucks, so well worth the money. And we're also doing the powertech intake manifold, the the 99 and newer 4-liter intake manifold. It's supposed to be more equal length. You can see, I'll show you the differences when we get the old one out, but this guy's going in as well, so we're going to turn this thing into a powerhouse. Not really. It's still a 4-liter, makes monster torque, but the head flow just isn't there. So it's going to make more power than it did, but we're not going to be race car. So we're going to get started here, guys, and show you what we got going on. Alright guys, so we got the air box out of the way. Now you're going to get these pieces, the linkages off the throttle body. And that one is different. That one pops off like this, and these you just push forward and they come off like that.
Usually you don't get them mixed up.
Yeah, you can't mix them up, but you can see these have a slot, so they just get pushed forward and unhooked. And then you want to take off all your vacuum lines and stuff. And we are going to the powertech intake, so we're going to have to change some of this stuff around, but it's not going to be a big deal at all. So basically it's just vacuum. We just got to get it to itself, really. So we'll figure all that out later. Then also you want to disconnect your TPS sensor and your idle air control. They're right there. They just unplug real easy. You just unplug the intake temp and bam. So now also the map sensor, I guess that would be. We do have to reuse this fuel rail and fuel injectors to do the swap.
What were you saying, map sensor or something?
Here, right there.
Oh yeah.
So to get the belt off, you want to just loosen the idler down there, because the bolt right here that he's got his finger on, you can't see.
Oh, there you go.
The bolt right down there is the actual tensioner. So you want to take the bolt off that's on that pulley right there. Just loosen that bolt and then loosen this one. That sets your tension. That'll get the belt right off. Alright, and you can see he's on the tensioner bolt there.
That is tight.
Yeah, it's probably a little rusty. It's been, I don't know how long since we had this thing apart, but it's been a while. Because it's a Jeep and you just never need to work on it. It just constantly just does what it's supposed to do. There we go, that's pretty loose. The impact should get on there now.
That feels better. You don't want to take it all the way out though, the bolt.
Yeah, don't take it all the way out, just till you can slip the belt off. I don't know if you guys can see it, but that pulley is actually moving when he's hitting that. You have to loosen that because that bottom pulley there is the stop. So if you don't loosen that, you can do this up here all day long and nothing will happen.
Actually, the bolt will start coming out.
Alright, there you go guys. Just pop her right off. Now we can get to the power steering bolt, so we can get the power steering pump off.
And you just reach them through the holes here.
Yep, there'll be 3 bolts. There's these 2, and there'll be 1 on the bottom.
Like 13s.
There will be a hole in the pulley that you can get in through, and then instead of disconnecting the line, we're just going to lay it like right over here in this area so we don't lose any fluid and make a mess.
that bolt down here, I'm going to take that guy out. So that's looped like all the way around. And just to get this wire harness out of my way so I can move the whole thing.
You want to make sure that you label the injectors because you can mix them up and it will cause you a headache in the outcome. So just do it now. Take 5 seconds. Label them 1 through 6. We also have the bolts out for the fuel rail. Alright, now we're going to get the coil wire harness, or I'm sorry, the injector wire harness out of the way. And we'll just lay it up out of the way. All the sensors in the front are disconnected. So once it comes off, which is a little tricky, there we go. You just kind of set it off to the side. Just going to spray the O-rings down a little bit so they slide out on the injectors because we don't want to run into any issues. So I'll let Wayne come over here so he can kind of just pop them out evenly. And they should come out with just a little bit of wiggling and some tugging. Should come right out if everything goes right. Almost there.
You also want to get that PB. You want to work them a little bit so the PB gets worked down there too.
There we go. Notice we did not disconnect it, so we're not going to end up with a fuel mess here because we will be reusing those injectors. So here you can kind of see you got to get all these bolts out and loosen the bolts on the bottom. I believe it's been a long time since I've done anything on one of these. You'll have these bolts right here. They're studs. I think there's one on the front, one on the back. They come out. And then there's some on the bottom that are just, they're slotted on the bottom. So you just loosen them, and once these top ones are out, boop, the whole thing comes out. Also, you have to get the downpipe off, which is down there somewhere. And we'll get back to you in a little bit once we get some actual work done here, guys. All right, guys, so change of plans. We're just going to take the bolts out of the bottom.
Might be gummed up. We don't know what's going on. We can't see.
We're just going to stick one back in the top, just hand tight so it doesn't fall on us. So we got her out. We just took the bottom bolts out and she's out. Then you have 2 bolts right down there that go to the flange. If you can see down all the way, straight down. And then there's another bolt.
Stud here.
Yep, there's another stud in the back.
Take this one bolt out.
Yep.
And the stud centers it, and then the rest gets tightened up with the intake. Pretty easy.
Oh yeah. Easy peasy. Alright guys, so here's your OEM. This will be at like 98 and older 4 liters. We'll all have something similar to this. And this will be out of a newer 99 and up 4 liter powertech, Grand Cherokee, Cherokee, Wrangler, whatever. They're all the same. And you can kind of see like the sensors here on this one has got 2 big ports here. It's got 2 small ports and a big port. Opposed to this one has a capped off small one, a big port here, and it has your sensor here, 2 smalls and a big. So you just got to get them hooked up, guys. It's no big deal. Just get them hooked up and you'll be all right. So performance wise, now I'm not claiming to be an expert. I'm just saying what guys are saying and what I know about automotive and flow, watching Gale Banks and stuff like that. So you can kind of see the throttle body's here. So air's coming in here. It's forced to come back here. And then these are 90 degrees off. So your air actually has to come in and go like this, which is the worst you can possibly get for flow. And here you can kind of see this guy, here are your middle 2 coming right out and then your lowers. So let me flip this up a little bit here. Now here's where you can really see the big change. This has a little plenum and a big log, and then these just come out at 90 degrees. Now this has a really big plenum here for everything to share, and then you can see that they kind of just, swoop down like that. So that's supposedly how you get the power out of it, and those are the differences on it. Also, these injectors are different. You can see. So we're going to have to, that's why we're switching out this rail and the injectors from the old one, because they'll go right in here, guys. So I hope that helps, and let me show you what the differences on the header are.